Well, I guess even if no one else on the face of the planet appreciates my dance moves, Vet does. She is legit sitting here like staring at me and bobbing her head. Yeah, that's right. Get it, girl. Good evening, everyone. This is Andy with Andrigan Gaming, welcoming you back to our reaction series. Tonight we're going to cover yet another dead game. For all you trolls in the comments, you go ahead and chew on that one for a little bit. Star Wars The Old Republic. So, Star Wars The Old Republic came out a while back, and when it originally launched, it was supposedly going to be a WoW killer. Of course, every major MMO franchise claims it's going to be the WoW killer. Warhammer said that, and we see what happened there. But regardless, it has had its niche. There are a lot of people that enjoy the game. I have spent some time playing this game, but I will admit I've never leveled past about 30. And I know that there was supposed to be some really great in-game in this. I know that the game is still getting some content updates. I know that there's still a pretty big player base of people that are involved in it. So tonight, the noble Tripp and I...
Hola.
Tonight we are going to jump into Star Wars The Old Republic and see what's going on. This is in fact Tripp's first time ever playing Star Wars The Old Republic in his entire life. Tripp, on a scale of 1 to potato, how excited are you right now?
I'm about half-past potato.
Half-past potato, that's impressive. 24 hours ago I was given an ultimatum by Tripp that if we did not play Star Wars tonight, he was going to start playing the game by himself and not allow me to get his sweet virgin reaction to the game. So of course we couldn't let that happen. So here we are.
You make that weird. You make that weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird, dude.
You brought up the V word. You made it weird.
Somebody's losing his V card on Star Wars The Old Republic tonight. So naturally we gotta go Sith because, you know, the dark side for the win. But there is also the light side in the Republic. So if you get ready to play the game, a couple things that I will tell you are really interesting about this game is every single class has its own starting scenario, and each class, from what I remember, has 2 options. I believe once upon a time when the game first came out, you started with the beginner class, and then at a certain level you chose a path to either go with like a utility style version of it or a DPS style version of it. Regardless, I believe that's gone now, and so you just start off picking the class that you want to go with. But every single class has its own starting quest line, and they're awesome. Now, this game's put out by BioWare. BioWare are notorious for being incredible storytellers, regardless as to what your feelings are on their merger with EA. The fact of the matter is that they've put out some of the most entertaining and interesting storylines of any game in history, starting with Baldur's Gate and just working their way on through. And I will tell you, the fact that all the cutscenes are voiced over and that the game has been so lovingly constructed, I find a lot of respect for. I'm not going to tell you I'm sold on this game. I loved WildStar. I know a lot of people gave me flack in the comments about our WildStar video. I genuinely love WildStar. I think it's a great game. Even though there's not any more content being put into it, I think for what it is, it's a great game. This game I am not completely sold on because I haven't spent enough time playing it to really be sold on it, particularly in 2018. So tonight we're going to jump in, create some characters, start from scratch, and see what we think about it. You ready to go, Tripp?
I reckon I'm as ready as I'm going to get.
He's probably already done creating his character. Alright, so we're going with Sith Warriors, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a Sith Marauder.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to do a Juggernaut just to offset that. Now, one thing I do want to point out for you folks, the Sith Warrior was the original class. I remember now. So there were 4 starting classes for the Sith side. The Warrior, the Sith Inquisitor, the Bounty Hunter, and the Imperial Agent. And then you got to pick which one of the 2 you wanted to go with once that was done. Now they've kind of separated it out to where each class has its own. You could just choose it right off the bat, which is pretty neat. I'm going to go with the Juggernaut, which is the tanky style Sith. You know what? It occurs to me, though, that I should probably do a quick description of what the other classes do. The Sith Marauder is a dual-wielding lightsaber damage powerhouse. The Sith Juggernaut is a melee-style tank that still has force abilities, which are pretty handy. The Sith Sorcerer can be a healer, but they're also a ranged DPS. Think mage class. The Sith Assassin is the roguish version of class in this game. They do stealth, they do sneak attacks, things like that. The Power Tech, which is a range tanking class and can use big weapons to basically draw threat. Then you've got the Mercenary, which are the ranged DPS, big guns, lots of boom, lots of AoE. The Operative, which is kind of a ranged class that can do damage but also offer support and healing, and then the Sniper class, which is a ranged DPS, kind of well, a sniper. So there you go. There's some quick class descriptions per Andy. So this game's completely free to play, but we will get into a couple of topics here because, as you can see, I've got a handful of options of races that I can start as, but there's a whole bunch of races that I can't start as because you do in fact have to purchase those races. They are unlockables in the cash shop. I'm not totally against that concept. I think that if a game is free to play and it offers enough good quality, that some things are worth paying for. So it's not going to get any flack from me from money gating any of the races. I'm glad that they don't do the classes. I think that's one of the things that I enjoyed the most. So, you know, I got to go with a cyborg because it feels wrong to create a Sith that doesn't have cybernetic parts. I'm going to be a dude because I'm a dude. He doesn't look very cyborgy right now. How's your character coming along there, Tripp?
He looks pretty cool.
Pretty cool. If I'm going to be a tank, I got to be big. I got to be beefy. Oh my god, there's a fat man. That's delightful. Would it make sense if I was the tiniest body type and I was a tank? I don't think it would.
But in the world of Android gaming, when does anything make sense?
Fair enough.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far away.
You better not be starting your storyline yet.
I mean, it's doing the whole Star Wars going off into the distance on the computer screen, and the words is coming up in the prologue. So I mean, you better be hurrying.
I'm trying.
The Sith warriors, the Sith Empire tightens its grip on the galaxy. The Galactic Republic and its Jedi defenders lie weakened and vulnerable after the Empire's successful military campaign. With a fragile peace negotiated, the Empire sends all potential Sith to undergo cruel and deadly trial at a planet of Korriban. Today, one of the Empire's most promising young warriors has been secretly summoned by an influential overseer to face the dark side trials much sooner than expected.
Not the dark side trials. Boy, if that doesn't scream Star Wars. Yes, let it begin.
Mine didn't even play music. Like, I'm really pissed about that.
Alright, so initial impressions. Give me some feedback. How you feeling so far?
I started out with a Sith Marauder. He is I believe it's pronounced Kabrak. If that's wrong, then y'all correct me in the comments.
Yes.
And which is full lightsaber wielder. And I'm really super stoked to start killing things with it.
And I will make you the most powerful
for the game to be as old as it is, because this game came out how long ago?
2009-ish?
So the game's 9 years old, 10 years old, right at
for
it to be 10 years old, the graphics are not completely and utterly atrocious. I mean, it's no way near on the level of like Destiny or anything like that. But for a cartoonish MMO of the standard, it looks very much on par with like Rebels. I mean, it's very much on par with the animation in those shows.
Yeah, the graphics are a little stylized, which I think helps it hold up to the test of time a little better. I like it. Let's see if we can figure out how to make friends. I'd also really like to figure out how to reduce the... There we go. Global scale of the UI. Yeah, let's reduce that a little bit because it's a little bulky. I got to figure out how to add you as my friend. Looks like it's O, just like it is in WildStar. Hey, check us out. We is in a party together. Alright, so apparently on the mini-map, it looks like they've got little purple arrows that kind of show us where we're supposed to be going.
I'm in this thing where I have to do a trial. I don't see you anywhere on my map.
You gotta come...
I don't see you anywhere on my map.
You're right here.
There you are.
Hey.
There you are. Hey.
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 Do you have to go to that tomb and kill the guy to get the sword?
I don't know. Hang on a second. Your first mission is to acquire a blade more appropriate to your destiny, an ancient Sith war blade from the armory of the tomb of Anjutapal. Is that where you're supposed to go?
Uh-huh.
Let's do that then.
I mean,
I'm
get so
running,
excited
running,
about it.
and running, running, and running, running, and running, running. Oh, look at my little astromech running around with me. That's cool. Haha, what's up, little man? So this is one of the unique features in Star Wars The Old Republic. You can have a group conversation, and it takes everybody's choices on the little bar into consideration and lets us actually have a group conversation. How cool is that? Hey, I don't know if you need to train in any skills, but this guy right here is how you do that. Alright, let's beat up the things. Well, that didn't take long, did it? And that's level 3. Good grief. I just reared my sword back and popped that guy across the face like a baseball bat. I went full Negan on him there for a second. That was delightful. Ooh, these guys are silvers.
Making it happen.
I guess that means they're a little stronger. Did that guy just drop in from the ceiling Indiana Jones style? Was that... Did I see that?
Hey, you don't talk about Indiana Jones. His name's Han Solo in this movie. Just give him my sweet, sweet lightsaber.
Oh, you're not going to get a lightsaber yet. You're just going to get a normal sword. Oh, I got some droid sentries waking up. Good lordy. I hit like a truck. And that's level 5. Good God. I do remember someone telling me that the leveling process was exponentially faster now than it used to be. Really? Level 6? Good Lord.
Good Lord, Jandis.
Oh God, he stunned me. I mean, I'm all about some fast leveling, but my God, I haven't even finished the first quest yet, and I'm already level 6. Surprise! We're here to take your bombs. Didn't I just murder all of you?
Yeah, the respawn time's a little bit ridiculous here.
So, my first observational complaint is the game's a little clunky. I feel like there's a ton of potential for some of these abilities, and they're just I don't have enough time attacking the enemy to really ramp them up.
It's because we're level 5, almost level 2, or characters fighting level 2s.
Probably got a lot to do with it, yeah. Woohoo! Got gloves. And level 7. Oh snap, so it looks like you can pick your combat proficiencies already. Okay, on the top of your screen, you see the little thing that looks like a little person? Actually, you can just hit the letter K. That might be simpler. Looks like you can't unlock any abilities until level 10, but it lets you at least go ahead and pick a proficiency, so that's kind of neat. Graphically, the game looks good, but movement animations I'm not crazy about. It is a little choppy. I'm wondering if that has anything to do with the graphics setting or if that is just how it looks. These things right here are basically terminals that if you right click on them, it unlocks a waypoint so that later on whenever you get ready to teleport somewhere, it'll let you just teleport to there. So it's pretty helpful.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would definitely say that it looks like there's a pretty healthy population in this game because this is a starting area and there are people everywhere. It looks like your current quest is going to be purple and then other quests are going to be green.
Like your main storyline is purple and then all your extracurriculars are different colors.
That's kind of how I feel. I'm not totally sure that that's the case, but that's kind of the vibe I'm picking up.
There's people everywhere playing this game tonight. Like, there has not been this many people in game since we started this. Gonna get down here and wreck some fools.
Oh my gosh, these guys are freaking level 10. This feels wrong.
So did you just continue on around?
I came back out of the tomb.
Came back out of the tomb.
Came back out of the tomb.
Out of the tomb.
Out of the tomb.
You ought to use that,
Experience bonus?
Yeah.
I don't feel like I should do that because then I'm going to be even more over leveled. The maximum level for the area that we were in right now is level 12. And we are already level 13. The speed with which you level through this stuff is absolutely insane.
I mean, I'm not going to complain.
Well, I'm not going to complain much, but it does kind of feel like you're outpaced. You know what I mean? Like, there's no challenge, really.
It's like kind of one-sided, isn't it?
Yeah, but at least there's a lot of silver mobs, so that adds a little bit to it. That's good.
No, I love my anime run when I have both my swords out.
It's actually a little more like a Power Rangers run. That's what I think of.
Yeah, you're kind of right. I just felt like I needed to do that.
Yeah, I know. You give a man Jedi powers and he feels like he has to murder everybody.
I mean...
You, sir, are a murder hobo. According to the map, these apprentices should be right over here, but I do not see said apprentices. So in essence, it would seem that the cake is a lie. Aha! Oh, look at that guy. He's in the corner over there leaned up. He's a cool guy. What's up, cool guy? Scanning you, cool guy. Get freaking wrecked.
I probably could take on Darth Barris right now. I'm a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I'm a big deal around here in the Sith Academy. Yeah, that's one of the really unique things about Star Wars The Old Republic I do remember is every single class has a series of, I don't really know what to call them, party members that you pick up as you go through the different worlds and things like that. They join you and do different functions. It's almost like the trust system in Final Fantasy XI, but it's I think you only get like one at a time. I don't think you get 3 or 4.
Yeah, I was fitting to ask you if it was kind of like a trust.
Yeah, it's got a lot. It's very similar. The way I remember it in Star Wars is you do certain quests and it gives you these companions that will go out with you. And I do know that there are some benefits to having a good relationship with that companion. And part of that is like giving them gifts and having dialogue with them. And it's really, I don't know, I don't remember the real deep specifics of that, but there is a lot to it. And I also know that they are a very important part of the crafting system later on as well. So you can actually send them out to planets to pick up items for you. From what I remember, you can make some really, really good equipment on your own just by using your crewmates and crafting. Pretty neat though, because she is healing me.
Uh-huh. Hey,
37 people running around in the room with the exact same person next to them. That's not weird. Feels a lot like 10 million people using the exact same weapon in World of Warcraft for the past 2 years.
kind of like Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker.
Did you say Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker?
No, I would never say Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker.
Well, that's good, because I could have swore I heard Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker.
Well, you would be wrong. Oh, I'm finally going to get to kill him. I'm so excited.
Please, God, let me kill him. I just straight up roundhouse kicked him in the face. You got Chuck Norris, sir. You just got kicked in the face. Let's do this. Go time. Okay, Vimbrand, I hear you. He might have actually been a little bit challenging if I weren't level 48. Yeah.
Dude, I shocked her. I did, like, right in the neck. She's like, yo, what was that for?
Oh, I gotta do it this time. I was really hoping she'd fall on the ground and flop around like a speckled trout, but unfortunately she just apologized. It was mildly disappointing.
Am I going to get my sweet Jedi sword?
Oh, I hope so. Come to Daddy.
Where's my lightsaber at?
It's in your inventory. You gotta equip it.
My inventory was full.
Oh, that sucks. No lightsaber for you, sir.
Oh, no.
Fun fact, one of the really neat things that I think is awesome about Star Wars The Old Republic is you can work on your own lightsabers. Hit control and right click. This is where you can actually add stats to your lightsaber. It's only doable with things that are orange. You can do this with armor and any other kind of weapon as well. But orange equipment, you're able to put in buffs, like bonus pieces in, basically. So the hilt that I've already got came with the weapon, but I could change that out for something else. the color crystal is going to allow me to change the color of the lightsaber blade, which is freaking awesome. And it gave me this lethal mod here, lethal mod 3, which is supposed to teach you how to do this. And so right here where it says mod, you're going to drop that in the mod slot and hit yes, and bam, just like that I got some more bonus stats. So we're going to apply that, and suddenly, lightsaber stronger. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have I believe we've covered as much ground as we're going to cover on Star Wars for a reaction video. I would love to do the first dungeon, which is actually available right now, but unfortunately if I tried to cover that, we would have to cut so much out of it that it would not really be conducive to the actual video. So I feel like, honestly, Tripp and I are probably going to run the dungeon just as a separate video. I think it'd be a lot of fun, and we'll probably get into that soon. So overall, Tripp, impressions of Star Wars The Old Republic.
You can tell that it is an old game by far. It's got a few hiccups here and there. The gameplay is good. Overall, I would so play this over and over and over again, because right now I'm level 17 and I'm more of a getting to the end game so that I can kill things type person. I know, Andy, you like the whole getting there. I'm very destination based, and you're very much travel based. And so I'm just really excited to get to play this game. It's the first time I've ever gotten to play this game. Never, ever, ever even heard of it until about 2 weeks ago. And so I'm really excited to play it. I'm really excited to go through our first dungeon. And I hope you enjoy it with us, everyone.
I would say after playing the game, there are a lot of things that I love about it and I think are extremely fun. There are a lot of things that aren't the absolute best for me. I'm inclined to agree with Tripp. I can feel a little bit of the datedness in the game. The graphics are fun, and the fact that they are kind of stylized does let it last longer and stand the test of time a little better. I do think a lot of my clunkiness is just because I'm recording whilst I'm making this video, so I think that's probably got something to do with my end of it. But I enjoy the gameplay, the cinematics, the story part of it is just incredible. Lots and lots of fun. Huge hats off to the folks that designed it, because they just did an exceptional job. I would say probably on a scale of 1 to 10 in 2018, I would give it a very easy 7. The map, as far as the questing system, can be a little confusing at times if you're questing with other people. That's not a big thing. I'm sure there's a very easy way to read it after you've been, using it for a while, so I'm not going to really count that as a mark against it, but it did throw me off a couple of times. I think that there are a lot of features to the game that it would be great if they were free, with the whole free-to-play concept, but I get why they're not, because they are aesthetic things. So again, I'm not going to balk the system more, any more on that, because honestly, guys, I know everybody gives these free-to-play games a bad rap for charging people money for things, but honestly, you're playing a great quality game for next to nothing. I paid a monthly subscription for Final Fantasy XI and World of Warcraft. Actually, I still play a monthly subscription for Final Fantasy XI and Warcraft, and I paid it for years and years and years before free-to-play was a thing, and had no problem with it, because there was constantly new content, and the game was constantly being balanced, and it was a lot of fun. And honestly, this game here in 2018, it's running up on 10 years old, is still getting big content updates. It's still having new stuff put in. They recently had a new expansion that raised the level cap. Guys, that's incredible. I think that's exceptional for a free-to-play game. Now, as far as I know, you do have to purchase the additional content in the game, so if you want to level up to those expansion packs, you are going to need to buy them. Don't give this game crap for that, because there were people who have families who worked hard to develop that content that have to make a paycheck. So your money is going to a good cause. All in all, I think Star Wars is a great game. I have zero problem continuing to play it because it is extremely enjoyable. I will tell friends about it. I have a good feeling that that we're probably going to drag the rest of the gang in on this one, and you will see some more Star Wars content from us in the future. As a quick side note before we close out tonight, I do want to give a shout out to Mayor Das Moose, which is my new buddy over on our WildStar side. I have a lot of feedback on our WildStar video that we posted. That community is absolutely incredible. Guys, if you're watching this and you're part of the WildStar community, I can't thank you enough for the support that you've shown us. And if you're not part of the WildStar community, dear God, go download that game and play it. It's freaking amazing. If you get a chance, go look up the Nexus News update. Check out his videos. They're incredible, and it gives you an idea what's going on in the world of WildStar. And just as a side note, we will be starting a WildStar leveling series because we've had so much feedback from the reaction video that there's no way we won't. Not to mention my whole crew absolutely loves playing the game, so it wasn't really twisting anybody's arm to get that series going. We're going to start recording that tomorrow night, so hopefully that content will be up really, really soon. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and checking out another video with us. I'm Andrigan.
And I'm Tripp. Oh wait, Andy, I got news. I got big news.
What's the news?
Guess what I did? Guess what I did?
What did you do?
I got my own channel, man.
He got his own channel.
Yep, it's gonna be called Tripping Hazard. We're gonna do some video gaming content over there. We're gonna start out with some really cool content. If y'all go check, if you want to check it out, we're gonna start doing some leveling on a couple different games. We're going to do some tutorials on a few games. I hope y'all come over and check them out with me.
Look him up, give him a like. Until next time, you guys are awesome, and we'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.